NBA. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you very much. Saddiq Bey was the 19th pick in 2020, and he's earned big minutes for the Pistons. He said, "My whole career, I've never been highly touted, but I found the confidence within myself to perform at a high level. I don't really listen to what other people say. I just focus on how much better I can get each and every day." Kevin, I do the same thing. Back to you.
And David, I can tell, and it's working. D.A., thanks. It's still early in the season, and teams are still trying to figure out rotations. Greg, what's it like to play in a game like that tonight?
Well, for a lot of these guys, Kevin, it's all about jockeying for position, making an argument for minutes. You want to earn the trust of your coaches.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Kate Cunningham, Bogdanovich out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Noel. And it's Ivy in at the 1 spot. And for the Suns, the small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at center. They retain possession. And he recovers it. Bridges outside. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Paul missing again. Ayton finds Bridges. Double by Bogdanovich. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Bridges.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
And here's Cunningham. Coming in off a 10-point game, his last outing. Passes it to Ivy. Noel with it. He's covered by Ayton. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Ayton.
Well, when Nerlens Noel stays very confident offensively, good things like this tend to happen.
First trip to the line for him here. That's good from Noel.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times.
All free throws good from Noel. And looking at the Pistons' recent performance, Greg, which end would you want to see improve first?
Kevin, I'd have to say defense. More stops means more chances in the open floor, and it would help them keep games competitive.
Now here's Paul. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Ayton. Tries it again. The putback.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And good that time.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot. If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Here's Cunningham trying to get open as Bogdanovich. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got his second bucket of the night.
You got to have poise and you got to have body control, and Cunningham displayed both on that play.
Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Bridges. Paul kicks to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 6 on the shot clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Clock at 2. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Pistons leading by 4. Here's Ivy. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Booker. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. They need this. Booker, no good.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Paul. No points in the game yet for him. There's the pass to Booker. Pass to Ayton. Here's Johnson. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Ayton.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Cunningham looking it over. Ivy kicks to Burks. Passes it to Ivy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Poked loose and taken away by Paul. And now the Suns, a fast break. Paul with the ball and the dunk by Booker.
He's not going to miss an opportunity to find a teammate. Chris Paul delivers.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Burks. 6 to shoot. Here's Ivy. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with Ivy, he gives you the physical traits you want at guard. Long, strong, athletic, lots of upside.
The Pistons have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And he makes the first. And Ivy especially effective in the open floor.
Outstanding burst and speed, plays with a high motor, and he's always in attack mode.
That one misses. Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. And with these guys scoring in a variety of ways, really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
And slam dunk by Noel.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Paul passes to Bridges. Back to Paul. And here's Booker from the arc. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Works for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bridges misses. And here's Detroit. They're on a 14-4 run. Down low. Fades away. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And Booker kicks to Paul. Ayton against Noel. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And Phoenix making a change here. Payne's checked in. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Detroit Pistons. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
It's an East versus West matchup tonight. First meeting of the year between these two.
Yeah, fun to see maybe strangers because you just aren't familiar with these faces here tonight. This will be a very exciting game to watch.
Now here's Payne. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Cunningham against Booker. Here's Payne. Phoenix no good that time either.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Burks' shot is good.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Suns trail by 10. Timeout called, the Suns.
Alec Burks is at over a decade in the league. One of the more reliable guards that we have.
At some point, I believe that Alec Burks is going to be on a team that's doing bigger things. Because of that consistency, he's going to become a more valuable piece. I mean, he shoots it well from 3. He got his big contract in 2021, but it hasn't changed that consistency that he plays with.
And the Suns here with a different look. Landale's checked in. Biyombo comes in for Johnson. Damian Lee, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Torrey Craig in for Booker. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked. Oh!
Yeah. And wow, coming from Cade, that's good stuff.
Phoenix has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. The pass to Craig. And here is Lee. Payne passes to Lee. Craig with it. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Stewart.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Bagley. From deep. And Saddiq Bey picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Suns trail by 12. Lee with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. Lee kicks to Payne. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
Campaign has gotten this reputation, and it's well earned as a professional, just able to come in the game, ready when called upon. He's going to impact on both ends of the floor what's being done out there. And that effort level, that has kept him around.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Payne.
Well, you like the role that Cam has accepted as a guy who comes in and gives immediate energy and impact to the offense. He does a little bit of everything, but he certainly is a spark plug.
Payne hits them both. His versatility has made Payne a valuable second unit guy, don't you think, Brent?
Well, he's a pretty decent package out there. He can score. He likes to get up defensively and bother opposing point guards. So it's that momentum that Cam Payne can come into the game and begin to turn the tide for his team in their favor.
And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
First free throw is good. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Down by 12. Passes it to Craig. Here's Landale. Gambo trying to break free. It's hauled in by Stewart. Now Diallo. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And there is a whistle. That goes on Hamidou Diallo. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Payne gets a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Payne's got 5.
And this is why Payne takes a good number of threes. He's pretty effective from there.
Now here's Diallo. Pass to Bay. Cunningham outside. Clock at 4. Here's Stewart. Bagley trying to free himself up. Stewart misses. It's stolen by Bagley. Bay finds Stewart. Now here's Diallo. Cunningham for 3. That's Biyombo with the rebound. And here comes the break. And a wide open look for Lee. That shot off the mark. And it's Detroit the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
Here's Landale. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lee outside. With the drive. 5 to shoot. Landale with the bucket.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
1:44 left here in the opening quarter. The pass to Stewart. Bay against Lee. Bay passes to Diallo. Bagley kicks to Diallo. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Suns. Biombo's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Duran, he's checked in for Bagley. Payne with it. Diallo's there. Payne looking around. Pass to Landale. Shot clock at 5. Unloads from 13. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Diallo the pass to Cunningham. Diallo against Craig. Now here's Diallo. He's covered closely. Here's Cunningham. They get it back. They could use a bucket. But Trey. Phoenix grabs the miss. Biombo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stewart shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Stewart not shy, getting in there to draw fouls and make the defense smother him. He can take that.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops.
So much about Stewart comes through his toughness, and get physical with him. He has no problem getting physical right back.
And so Stewart nails both of them.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Payne with it. He's got 5. Lee outside. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Diallo. Lets it fly from 8. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Pistons lead by 9. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
On the floor for Detroit, Ivy is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Duran. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Noel in at the center, filling out the middle. They're running. Oh, Ayton in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovic. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
So it's Phoenix now. 11-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for him. Passes it to Paul. Lets it go from deep. Good on the 3-point shot. Paul's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
This is what you like to see from Booker, just firing with confidence right off the catch.
Burks looking around. Pass to Bogdanovic. The pass to Ivy. Rocket 6. Noel trying to break loose. The shot by Ivy, no good. Suns trail by 5. Booker outside. Pass to Ayton. Got a piece of it. And they'll get another chance. Bridges misses.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Bogdanovich inside. He's guarded by Johnson. Bogdanovich, no luck. Booker with no one around drills the three-pointer. Booker's got 6 points in the quarter.
Going to be an all-star guard like Devin Booker. You might want to start hitting your share of triples.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Ivy passes to Burks. Pass to Bogdanovich. Ayton against Noel. Back to Bogdanovich. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by the Suns.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Bagley, he's checked in for the Pistons. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on an 11-2 run. After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Tries from the block. Here's Ayton, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Intensity from Ayton, consistently finding different ways to get at the defense and make them overcommit.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And Ayton, with that efficiency, just becomes an outstanding option for what you do offensively.
Burks the pass to Noel. And Noel throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter, and Ayton throws it down.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Bagley. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. On the free throw, no good.
And the game Bagley has reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh, a sweet lefty who plays with force and passion.
He kicks to Ivy. 3-pointer. The second effort. Bagley, no good. Suns trail by 4. Here's Bridges, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
That's pretty steady from Bridges. Does not let the contact throw him off one bit.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Pass to Burks. And here's Bogdanovich, defended by Bridges. Bogdanovich against Bridges. They get the rebound. Another shot. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his third basket of the night right there.
And, Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Back to Paul. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
What's up?
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Mikal Bridges is one of those guys who maybe is a jack of all trades and master of nothing, willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Well, it was such a feel-good moment, at least for a little while. Mikal Bridges grew up in Philly, obviously played his college ball there, and his mom was working for the 76ers at the time, so it just felt right as the 10th overall pick in the 2018 draft for him to be a 76er.
Detroit leading by 3. And here's Ivy. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And taken away by Johnson. Booker with it. And Burks picks him up defensively. They shoot again. And Booker with the layup. Booker's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And Booker throwing himself into the mix that time to get a second chance opportunity.
Booker against Burks. To the middle. Kicks to Noel. A fadeaway. And that's off the glass and in. Noel's got 10 points in the game. Suns trail by 3. Booker outside. Back to Paul. Bridges outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Burks with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And stolen by Booker. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket.
That's an instinctual scoring play from Devin Booker.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Burks, the pass to Bogdanovich. Up top, Bagley. Up again. It's good on the putback. Noel's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
Wow, getting these bonus points from a guy who offensively you don't tend to lean on. This is helping out the squad.
Paul against Burks. Paul kicks to Bridges. Here's Ayton. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Payne, he's checked in for Chris Paul. Then for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Bagley. Bay comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Cunningham in for Ivy. Cunningham right side. Stewart passes to Cunningham. Noel trying to break loose. Cunningham's shot is off. Payne with it. Now guarded by Noel. Bay against Bridges. And there's the pass to Ayton. Basket made. That's his third of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
And they've had two completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Some changes for Phoenix. Landale's checked in. And it's Bismack Biyombo in for Johnson. Diallo, he's checked in for the Pistons. The kick out to Cunningham. Stewart trying to get open. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And stolen by Diallo. Pass to Bay. Cunningham on the wing. It's good from long range. Cunningham's got 9 points.
I like this attitude on this possession from Cade. Just really confident getting into that J.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 1. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Craig kicks to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Back to Craig. That 3 off the mark. Detroit leading by 3. Passes to Noel. Now here's Cunningham. Payne covering. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Noel. Cunningham's got 5 points now this quarter. .157 left in the first half of the game. Bridges outside. Out to Payne. Pass to Bridges. And they get it. They get it back. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Diallo against Bridges. The pass to Bay. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And the Suns making a change here. Lee's checked in. That's good from Noel.
And catch and release, not just about fishing. Saddiq Bey last season with the 4th most catch and shoot triples made in the NBA.
Pass to Craig. Back to Lee. Over Diallo. No good from Lee. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And slam dunk by Noel.
Defense making it pretty easy for Cade Cunningham here. You can't leave someone wide open on this team.
52 seconds left to play here in the half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Craig. Makes it off the glass. Craig's got his first 2 points of the night.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
Pass to Noel. 23 seconds left here in the second. Here's Diallo. Here's Stewart. Back to Noel. The pass to Bay. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. "12 seconds left now here in the second. Now Payne. He kicks the lead from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's just a 3-point Piston lead.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Nerlens Noel has been the guy making things happen for the Pistons. With the points he racked up that quarter, he has broken his season-high scoring mark already. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, guys. With head coach Monty Williams. Coach, how do you get things going a little bit more offensively?
Well, we got to set screens. We got to get stops. If we're getting stops, we can play in transition. That opens up a lot for us.
Yeah, you guys are hard to beat when you're out and running. We'll see if that happens more. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
It's been an aggressive approach for them at the offensive end. Getting the ball inside and getting as many points as possible close to the rim. So far, so good. They have a nice edge in the points in the paint.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough, Ernie. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nerlens Noel really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Bogdanovich. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Bogdanovich has got the first field goal of the second half for Detroit. Bridges outside. Cunningham against Booker. Back to Bridges. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Pistons leading by 5. Ivy passes to Cunningham. To the wing right side. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Burks. Bridges with some nice defense. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. Good chance here for Booker. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 5 rebounds tonight. Paul with the steal. Booker at the elbow. And the shot is good. 12 points for Devin Booker.
He has good size for his position, and Booker mixing it up on the inside.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
Inside, here's Burks. Count it, and the foul. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Detroit making a switch here. Noel's checked in.
One shot.
Free throw good. Burks. Suns trail by 6. Bridges outside. Pass to Booker. Back to Ayton. And he converts the layup. Ayton's got 8.
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
Now, here's Ivy. Defended by Paul. Ivy passes to Bogdanovich. To the inside. Ivy kicks to Noel. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Ayton. Here's Booker, and there's the feed to Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And Bridges really likes to get to the interior and earn himself some opportunities from the charity stripe.
The Suns have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. The first one falls. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Pistons leading by 3. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Noel passes to Ivy. Noel trying to break loose. The shot by Ivy, no good. And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's his first foul. Phoenix has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Passes it to Ayton. Now, here's Bridges. Kicks to Paul. Pass to Booker for the tie.
Cunningham really good with his physical advantage and trying to wreak some havoc defensively in using it.
Now, here's Ivy, defended by Paul. There's the pass to Cunningham. And here's Ivy. Here's Bogdanovich. Detroit, no good that time either. Stolen. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Booker outside. Back to Paul. Over Ivy. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Cunningham. Good D by Booker. Suns trail by 5. To the paint. Here's Paul. And the layup's good off the glass. Paul's got 5 now.
Yeah, Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Noel. Down low. Here's Ivy. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. 6 points for Jaden Ivey.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Paul kicks to Booker. Ayton against Noel. Ayton dishes to Booker. Paul, right side. Back to Booker. Launches a three. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Bogdanovich. That one goes. Count it. Now it's a 7-point Piston lead.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
The Suns have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
Here's Paul. Paul missing again.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Paul surveying the floor. Passes it to Bridges. And they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
Booker against Cunningham. The dish to Burks. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Suns trail by 6. Paul, right side. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 4th assist in this one.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Bogdanovich against Johnson. Here's Cunningham. Here's Noel. Second chance shot. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Ayton. And so it's Paul with it. Bringing it up for the Suns. It's a 3-point game. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Still the traditional play of Chris Paul as the point guard. That pass-first DNA. Amazing what he's done when you think back through his entire career.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Detroit.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break. You flash back to Saddiq Bey's rookie season, and as the Wildcat came into the league, he hit the ground running. Really impressive, just control and demeanor and poise on the court, finishing 4th in Rookie of the Year voting.
And the Suns making a change here. Landale's checked in, and Noel throws it down.
And Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
Here's Lee. He has 5. Booker outside. Back to Lee. Dishes it to Ayton. Booker outside. And stolen by Diallo. Bey against Craig. Bey passes to Noel. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now it's a 5-point Piston lead. And finishing 4th in the rookie race is certainly a compliment for Bey.
Well, Rookie of the Year races are always hotly contested, so if you land that high, that says a lot about your game and how many people are recognizing the contributions that you're making. Look, Saddiq Bey has a ton of potential.
Pass to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked away. Basket counts.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Ivy kicks to Bey. The pass to Diallo. Fires from deep. Landale grabs the miss. Suns trail by 3. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Detroit with the rebound. Bagley's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Craig against Bay. Pass to Ayton. Lee outside. Lets it go with a 3. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Biombo, he's checked in for Phoenix. Detroit also making some changes. Duran comes in for Nerlens Noel. And it's Stewart in for Bagley. And the Pistons with possession here. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Diallo the pass to Stewart. To the middle. And stolen by Ayton. The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
An athletic play right there. Devin Booker on the inside.
Pistons leading by 3. Now, here's Ivy. 8 points for him. Passes it to Diallo. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shoots from 12. Bank shot, no good. Phoenix has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Booker. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
That free throw, no good.
Some guys will wow you with their overall size or incredible athleticism. Devin Booker does it with his pure ability to score the ball.
Payne, he's checked in for Phoenix. Good on the second free throw. The Pistons leading. Diallo with it. We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. Duran the pass to Ivy. 6 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. Ivy's got 10.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Booker outside. Back to Payne. Bay against Lee. Shoots over Bay. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Stewart's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And here is Bay. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Pass to Diallo. Now Stewart. Biombo with the block. 7-second difference, shot and game clock, and finished off by Craig.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam. Here's Ivy, over Payne. Here's Duran. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Pistons lead by 4. Booker looking around. Over Diallo. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Craig's got 6 here in this quarter.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's Detroit. They lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Pistons, Cunningham and Bay share the wing duty. Bogdanovich out there with Noel, and it's Burks in at the point guard. Now here's Payne, guarded closer. He kicks it to Ayton, and the pass to Lee. Shoots over Bay. They grab their own miss, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession, and Phoenix making a change here. Paul's checked in. Johnson finds Ayton. Just 4 to shoot. To tie it up. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's, and well, Detroit shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Burks with it. Working on Payne. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. First free throw is good. Good on both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Paul with the ball, and Burks picks him up defensively.
And Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
Bridges outside. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
Cunningham kicks to Bay. Pass to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Cunningham. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Burks can't get it to go. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That's his first foul. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Passes it to Payne. Noel against Ayton.
Get through.
On the wing, Bridges. Pass to Paul. To tie it up. Noel knocks it away. Bay against Bridges. Bay, no good. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Burks kicks to Bogdanovic. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Pistons lead by 5.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
And the Suns call time.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off them a little.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And they get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Unable to simply overwhelm people the way he did in college just because of his size. Ayton has done a much better job just staying patient. Great pump fake there.
First one falls for him. That one is no good.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Paul with the steal. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's Ayton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 20 rebounds. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Burks the pass to Cunningham. And Noel kicks to Burks. This one for 3. The shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Bridges outside. Here's Payne. Back to Paul to take the lead. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Bridges against Burks. Bogdanovic left side. Noel trying to break loose. A nice shot by Bogdanovic. And the Pistons lead by 4.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Back to Paul. Now the pass to Payne. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bay. It's tipped.
Well, more than capable as a defender. Bridges with a great job using his length.
Johnson wide open. He fires. Buries it from 3-point range.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But gets close, he's getting the ball.
Bogdanovich passes to Burks. Driving the lane, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Ayton.
Yeah, easy call.
And the first one at the line is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Booker, he's checked in for Cameron Payne. And Burks hits 2 free throws. Suns trail by 3. Bridges outside. Back to Paul. There's the dish to Ayton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Good idea to make Ayton earn it at the line because he's a menace in the paint. Don't let him get that shot off.
And he makes the first. Ayton hits them both. Here's Bay. Cunningham outside. Now Burks. Back to Cunningham. Noel trying to break loose. Johnson with the defensive effort. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. They trail by 1. Nailed from three-point land.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Ivy's checked in for Bay. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Passes to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
And this is where Cade Cunningham showing his ability to get above the rim as a point guard. This makes him special.
Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Greg, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Cunningham on the wing. Defended by Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the 2nd.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
That's good from Cunningham. And Brett, what about the play of Cunningham?
Well, he had a solid first year in the league, especially with the added pressure of being the #1 pick. Kind of a tough situation playing in Detroit for a team that's exploring a lot of young talent. So not only do you have to perform, you have to find a way to lead. And I think the expectations around Cade Cunningham were fulfilled for the Detroit Pistons.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
You see the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and with hard work and the proper focus, This guy is capable of big, big things.
Here's Paul, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
The Pistons trailing. Now, here's Ivy. Kicks it to Burks. Bogdanovich inside. Johnson's there. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Booker outside. Back to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Ayton inside. He's covered by Noel. Kicks it out to Booker. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Here's Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Over Ivy. Trying to get open as Johnson. Here's Ayton.
And Noel is an active defender and right now annoying some of the shot selection from the opponent.
Burks can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
It's deflected, and they're able to recover.
I like how Cunningham just refuses to settle on the play. He gets his shot off and then gets himself fouled.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
And Ayton throws it down.
And Ayton just up over the top at his size to throw that one down.
Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Pass to Burks. Now Bogdanovich. He's guarded by Johnson. Bogdanovich dishes to Burks. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And the Pistons lead by 2.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Booker outside. There's the pass to Bridges. Back to Booker. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the tray. Booker's got 21 in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Bogdanovich clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Bridges finds Paul. To the paint, here's Booker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's got to feel good. A guy who can score, stepping up and hitting buckets, as important as that one.
And that one misses. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And both free throws good for Johnson. Timeout called the Pistons. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jaden Ivey.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Pistons trail by 3. Cunningham outside. Bogdanovich against Johnson. Burks for 3. It's not going to go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Here's Bogdanovich. Ivey, the second chance points on the tip in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
How about that? Ayton showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Bogdanovich. Inside, here's Burks. That one's not going to go. Bridges with some nice defense. And the foul on Alec Brooks. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Yeah, a national champion in college. Bridges has also played in the finals. So Mikal is built for pressure moments like this.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Cunningham for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Here's Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move. And the team counting on Cade. He comes through.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Paul. That shot is off. The Pistons go the other way with it. Cunningham kicks to Ivey. It's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. .105 left in the fourth. Driving in, and slam dunk by Ivey.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Suns leading by 3. Paul outside. This is to Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. Like at 6. Looking to get back on track here. Good!
Chris Paul has drained plenty of huge shots in his career. Easy to see why he's so revered.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Cunningham. No good on the triple. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
honestly just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, there's been a lot of stops in CP3's career, but there's been no doubt that when he's on the team, he is the vocal and emotional leader of their production.
And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Some solid defense from Johnson. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Hayes. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Duran. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if you can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.